I mean that, family. Our youths, our young ones, our children, we need them, redeem them, and clean them. You see them, or else the enemy will come and scheme them. Family. I mean that, family. Education for the nation that's full of salvation, biology, astronomy, and African theology, geography. Family. I love that, family. Whatever the age or the stage, that youth will be engaged with tutorials, activities, and videos from the studios of the Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge. Family.
The International Homeschool Program is designed and recommended for all ages. The psychological state of our children is very important, especially in the environment that most of us live in. The International Homeschool Program provides online classes, activities, and videos that are fun for the youth and edifies them of their African heritage as well as the higher sciences. To enroll your family today, visit www.priestisaacinstitute.com, go to the main website, and search for Youth Corner. Or you can email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com for a course sample. Thank you, thanks.
Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
Royal family, blessed love, give thanks for your presence with us even at this moment. I pray that all is well. You know, we glorify the Father and Mother of creation, King Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Family, what I have in store for you today, the Ark of the Covenant. What do you really know about the Ark of the Covenant? Some people don't even believe that the Ark of the Covenant really is, a genuine artifact. Some people live and swear by the Ark of the Covenant. Some people say the Ark of the Covenant is real, but it doesn't matter anymore. Why? Because the Ark is written on your heart. Interesting. And you know your heart is in your chest because the Ark is a chest. You know that. This is a serious stuff. So what is the science? What is the meaning of the Ark? And where is the real Ark? Ethiopia says to have had the Ark, or have the Ark as we speak in St. Mary of Zion. What's the reality of that? The Ark of the Covenant. So what I'm going to ask you to do, my beautiful people, I'm going to revisit just an excerpt of our lecture, our presentation that we did on Sunday, the 24th of March. Sheba, Axum, and the Ark. Many of you were there, and many of you were absent. But remember, you can still get a copy of Sheba, Axum, and the Ark. It is now a part of our archive. So you visit our website, priestisaacinstitute.com, and of course, you could definitely get your own copy of Sheba, Axum, and the Ark. So I'm going to revisit a bit of that lecture. It was a beautiful, beautiful presentation. I mean, we went into the whole aspect of the real science of the Queen of Sheba. Anyone who came to that presentation, I mean, I am sure that you would have left that presentation with a better understanding of what the Queen of Sheba story and history is all about, as they refer to it as. Now, this is a serious vibration. We're going to be going into the conversation now as it relates to the Ark of the Covenant. And as I said, I will be sharing with you an excerpt from the webinar on Sunday. Almost 3 hours long was the presentation. So this is just a bit that I'm sharing with you. This is actually more closer to the end of the presentation. And this is where we get into the whole conversation of the Ark. Let us join the reasoning. Them just so the man that inside there watching the Ark, what he looking at? Who fooling who? We'll say there. You see, those of us who say we born religious, some of us religion, some of us much more religious in our no religion stuff than people that are religious. I'll tell you why. Now, again, I don't expect the Ethiopians to just make up that story out of the blue. I don't have to go and see no Ark. There have to be something in there. There got to be something in there. Just like their history, just like the King's List, just like their tradition, it didn't disappear and appear. It wasn't lost for 1,000 years and some archaeologists from France came and dug it up. They've been following this. They've been keeping record for all this time. This is my point. They've been keeping record for all this time. There's nothing that happened in Ethiopia, not even the Italian War, that made Ethiopia like totally forget what it had to do. Forget its language and forget its history and had to dig it up again after 100 years. That never happened. They've been keeping the record. So they get a box from Solomon, from Ra-Aman, and they're holding on to this for a good while now, at least 3,000 years. It has been all over Ethiopia and they have it now in this church. And you just gonna come and say, man, they lie. You better be careful, you know. You have a lot of ancestral spirits to confront with that sort of statement. Now, this is said to be the emperor seated before the actual Ark of the Covenant. At least this is what the caption said. Some denied, because some say the Ark never left the St. Mary's Cathedral where it is. You know, those who I'm sure eager to have a word may comment on that when we open the floor. But the thing is now, outside of this is what I want to put down. Do you know the term Tabat literally means ark? But what we call the Tabat, you know, you see, some of you would have seen this in actual, you know, the Tabat is in every Ethiopian church. And you see the Tabat well covered down and it comes out on certain, you know, timkat on certain special occasions. Now, since I've been in the studying, I've always seen that the Tabat is a replica of the Ark. Now, without asking anyone, I always said, but, and I'm sure everyone would have read that, like a replica of the Ark. And I would scratch my head like, okay, but that flat thing there, how could it be a replica of the Ark? I even said, well, maybe it's a replica of a tablet, but I keep coming across it. Even up to today, I read anything, it's considered a replica of the Ark. Okay, good. Now, so obviously what we see here looks a bit different than the tablet that they would carry on their head. Now, the concept of the Ark, this is what I want to go through quickly. The concept of the Ark is the presence of God, first of all. The concept itself, the whole cosmic of it, Brother Cypher Selassie did a beautiful program with us a few evenings ago, where he was highlighting the presence and the cosmics of the Ark. And he led it back to that same King's List, which to me gave much validation to the King's List again. So the concept now of the ark is the presence of God. You know, they have a thing that they call ark welding. My father used to do arc welding. When he does arc welding, the whole gallery, veranda lights up. Bzz, bzz, bzz. You know, you have to turn your eyes away because the arc represents current. Now, arc itself is current. That's why the term arc can be seen in the speed of light. 144 minutes of arc per second is the speed of light. When you see it go in a circle, that's very, very important. That's the halo. The halo is 144 minutes of arc per second. Yeah, of arc. So the arc represents current, electricity. That is why in the Bible, these brothers were electrocuted when they were trying to hold on to the ark. All right, good. So Noah built an ark. Please follow. Now I know it's not the ark of the covenant, but the term ark is still applied. Let's see, how it works. Now the story says, another strong allegory here, you better believe it, that brother Noah built a boat and, he put 2 of every animals. I don't want to go into the reality of that story now. Do you know there was 1 window in that boat? Read the Bible good. 1 window was in the boat. I don't want to go into that right now. What I would say is the symbolism of it is very deep because Noah built an ark. Now I'm saying that Noah is symbolic of the Creator. You have to keep in mind, for those who may be a bit new to this, we as Africans, this is how we write our stories. You need to get this. This is how we express ourselves in the allegorical way. This is our tradition. No one ever taught us this. This is what we know instinctively. So whether it's in poetry, dance, artwork, writing, in speech, or did I say the theater? In whatever way, song, music, we express our history, we express our morality, our culture, our mores, our theology. All of these things are expressed in these ways that I just said before: dancing and artwork and singing and in other different ways, in instruments without song, without music, without words. All of these ways we do it esoterically. So when you see us dancing and spinning around, we're telling a story. That is why when people say, oh, Marcus Garvey never said that a king shall be crowned in Africa. He never said it. He had a play. He had a play. And in the play, a king and a queen was crowned in Ethiopia, but he never said anything. Oh, well, you see, that's to show you how much we would have forgotten our Afrocentricity. He just said it, but he said it in the form of a play. That's how we roll, family. So in poetry, we express our stories. That's why you read the Anansi stories. All stories belong to Anansi. That's why you see Anansi and the web covering the earth is the grid of the earth. It's deep. So anyway, when you observe Noah now, Noah represents the godly figure, as many characters in the Bible do. That's why in ancient Kemet you have new, new. And you see new carrying the...
Hold on, family. I want you to really listen to this information very, very, very closely for those who may not be privy.
You read the Anansi stories. All stories belong to Anansi. That's why you see Anansi and the web covering the earth is the grid of the earth. It's deep. So anyway, when you observe Noah now, Noah represents the godly figure, as many characters in the Bible do. That's why in ancient Kemet you have new, N-U, new. And you see new carrying the boat with 8 figures, just like Noah and his boat with 8 people and the animals.
And in Arabic, in the Quran, Noah, his name is Nu. Noah's name is actually Nu, you know. Noah's name is actually Nu. Not it sounds like Nu and it came from Nu. Noah's name is Nu in Arabic. And there's a character in ancient Kemet by the name of Nu. And Nu is doing the same thing as Noah. Nu is the creator. And Nu comes with a boat with 8 people on the boat. Come on. I mean, it's obvious. So Noah's ark. That's why Noah saved 2 of every animal, because the ark is the symbol of salvation. Noah's story in the Bible is one of those recreation stories when the earth was created again. Noah is the symbol of God. He's new in the same Kemetic hieroglyphs. So, when Moses was born, he was placed in what? He was placed in an ark, not in a basket. The Bible says Moses was placed in an ark. Moses is a God figure. I don't know how you're going to put a baby in a basket and put it on the water. Talk about giving you water to carry in a basket. That's to show you. But he was placed in an ark. You may say, oh, but well, an ark is going to sink. Yeah, well, Noah's ark didn't sink. You see what I'm saying? It's symbolism. Eh? You just follow me. Don't get caught up in the literalism. Deep symbology here. So the ark now is the presence of the Most High. That is why now when Noah, Moses was building the ark, it was to be for the presence of God. That's why God came and sat between the angels in the Shekinah light. The voice that spoke was God. Everybody know how the ark was built. It was built from shittim wood, laden with gold. And of course, the angels, the Bible gives a description of the ark. But the point is now, what I'm saying is that we've been seeing the ark for a long time. And this is very important. That is why I said, you know, it's somewhat humorous when it says that Menelik I replaced the real ark with another ark. Because throughout history, there are many arks. Yeah. And the dogmatic will be quick to say, well, you know, I only believe in the ark that Moses built and so and so. No, hold on. Take it easy. Remember, the ark that Moses built has a specific dimension. The prophetic Rastafari would say in the days that Haile Selassie is the same size of the ark. How many of you don't answer yet when we get to the open line. But the Rastaman would say that the dimensions of the ark, it would come to, I think, 5'1" or 2. And it would be that of the emperor. But that's nothing to run from. The reality is that the same pyramid of Khufu, and this, follow me good, this is where you understand the dynamics of the dynamo called the ark. The dimensions of the ark shows that it would fit perfectly in the sarcophagus at the pyramid of Khufu. Perfectly. Now that same sarcophagus, again, one would consider that to be the perfect dimensions of the height of Haile Selassie. So if Haile Selassie was to lay down in the king chamber sarcophagus, he would fit perfectly. So if that was really built for Khufu, I'd assume he was the same size as Khufu. But it is said that you could place the ark perfectly inside of the coffer, not the coffer, but the sarcophagus of Khufu in the king's chamber. I wonder if you understand what I'm talking about. The king's chamber of the Great Pyramid, the first wonder of the world, the seventh wonder of the world, because they're wondering how come it's still there, and the other wonders, we wonder where they're gone. You understand? And Khufu's pyramid is a dynamo. Read the book by Dunn. Speaks about how the pyramid is a generator that harnesses, you know, the free energy of the earth and takes up the source of the energy of the grid, it's already on the key grids. It's on the longest latitude and the longest longitude and aligned with all the key stars. You don't know how the pyramid is built. You understand? So this little apparatus inside of the king's chamber, which is known as the sarcophagus of Khufu, was built with the dimensions now to conduct that energy. This is why the ark would have shocked the brothers, because the dimensions of the ark is very important. You know, the material that you use to make it, shittim wood. No, nobody cursing here. Shittim wood is the acacia wood. What's wrong with you? Shittim wood is the what we call here in Wadadli the cassie tree, the acacia tree. Yeah, powerful tree. Eh? They use it heavily in masonry and in resurrection theology. Hey, give thanks to the resurrection at this moment. Eh? Holy Emmanuel, I Selassie, yeah, Rastafari. Yeah, so they use it strong in resurrection philosophy and theology. And that is what built the Ark of the Covenant. For those of you in Antigua, cassie trees will build the Ark of the Covenant, covered with gold, laden with gold, and a specific dimension again that is fit perfectly inside of the sarcophagus of the pyramid of Khufu. So the point is that, listen to me good, the point is that, you know, we can argue that the pyramid of Khufu is older than the Ark of the Covenant of Moses, so for sure. Good. So the dimensions were not unique. Let's put it that way. Somebody already built something in the same dimensions as the ark before Moses built his. That's my point. You know, and it doesn't mean Moses copied, you know. It is a culture that would have continued over time. That is why even from Jump Street, you could see the rendition of the ark way before the ark. And I'm showing this because there are those who may think that the ark of the covenant, Moses and Joshua gone up the mountain, is like the first of its kind. There's nothing like that. You know, and if you even try to prove there's another before, sacrilegious, mind lightning a hit you, brother, and all of that kind of stuff. But I mean, you know, that's how the dogmatic look at things. We look at things as a continuation of a culture. So you see the angels, obviously, that are hovering over the mercy seat in ancient Nubia and Kush, way before the angels on the ark. The concept of the carrying of the box with the items within it. And of course, you see even the sister in the same Islamic hijab garbs ready to pray. Ancient Kemet, you know. So again, you see the whole concept of the ark again being carried even on a bark, which is the boat, the bark, and you see the ark on the bark. And with the staves, because the staves of the ark is a very important aspect. Now you may not see angels here, but look at the vulture bird with the wings extended as well, just like it is described on the ark. And again, you know that this is maybe thousands of years before Moses was born to go and build the ark. And again, you know, this is not to ridicule that. It is a continuation of the process. That's why you have many different arks. It's not one or two arks. You see another rendition of it being carried in the very same way that the Israelites would have carried the ark. These are not the Israelites. These are the ancient Egyptians. Or are they the true Israelites? Maybe another subject for another time, but it's the same subject for now. In fact, that's what we're saying. So again, so you see the rendition of the ark of Anpu. You know, same thing with the staves, the whole concept of the ark. So the point is the concept of the ark obviously wasn't something new. You know, the concept of its golden cover wasn't something new. And understanding the ancient science, we didn't just build something because it looked pretty. There had to be, not that if you touch this, you're going to get shocked or die, but there had to be something about the mathematics, you know. There has to be something about the angles. You know how we rock, man. There have to be something about the curves that would draw some level of energy, draw some level of frequency, you know, some sort of healing power the metal, the inner material that is used, the metal that covers it, the length of the staves, the height of the box, whatever it is, it must be conducive to healing and whatever power that you want to, bring forth. As I mentioned earlier, the Ark of the Covenant, as it is known, fitting perfectly, without the staves, obviously, inside of Khufu's box. Good. Now, this is one of the arcs of Tutankhamun.
Let me just say here, royal family, this is me coming in again. Well, it was me really speaking there. I mean, give thanks, just looking forward once again, as they would say, looking back at that lecture that we gave on Sunday. We're talking about Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark, where we really went into the whole aspect of not just the Ark. For those who missed it, we definitely, that's like the coming into the sealing aspect, the ending of the lectures, they would say. But we went into the ancient history of the Makeda and the Queen Mothers and the Kandake from the Ethiopian chronology. We went into the Kandake from the Kushite chronology. We gave a good perspective according to you, the audience who were there, and those who would have, sent messages after. We gave a good perspective of a good understanding of, what the Kushite kingdom really was and is all about, especially at that time. You went into geography, dimensions, you could say the different Ethiopians at the time, very nice presentation, and me, the audience was beautiful, and our reasoning was wonderful. So let me just say again to the royal family listening here who were not there, who desire to get a copy of that webinar, you could get a copy so you can have it in your own library, in your own archives. For sure, the full lecture I'm talking about, Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark. All you have to do is email me, priestisaachinstitute@gmail.com, or visit our website, priestisaachinstitute.com. Beautiful vibration. We go more into the whole aspect of the Ark. I mean, as I said, with the understanding of the science of the Nu. Remember, it's just to have an open mind, family. It's just to have an open mind. Nu is Noah's name. So it's not even something to figure out. Nu is Noah's name. Noah's name is Nu. That's the name of the man in the Bible that built the boat. His name is Nu. And you could argue that Nu is a more ancient name for him than Noah. And you may be saying you're trying to name him Nu. I'm not trying to do nothing. That's his name in Islamic language. So in Islamic theology, Noah is called Nu. You see, this is why it's important for those brothers who have a strong culture with their language to keep their language. That's one of the things people mock Rastafari. It's, oh, y'all don't have your own book. I don't know what they talk. Oh, y'all don't have your own language. I don't know. We make up our own language too, huh? But what I'm saying, no, in all seriousness, for a brother that is a Hebrew Israelite, then, for example, and be talking about Jesus, and a brother that's Islamic, and be pushing, talking about what you call it, well, the same thing. When you have Isa, Isa is the name of the Christ figure from our understanding of the Islamic tradition. So I would encourage anyone of the Islamic tradition to utilize the term. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because the individual known as Noah, Noah's name is Nu. That is Noah's literal name, Nu, in a more ancient language, not just the Kemetic language, obviously that proves it, but in Arabic. So if an Islamic teacher was to give you the story of the flood of Noah in the language without calling him Noah, because that is what the West would call him, and they would use Arabic, they would call him Nu. So I can't speak no Arabic, but however, so that's what you would hear new. So I'm showing you in ancient Kemet, there is new. And interestingly, this new, which is the water and the God figure and the creator, this very same new would have gone through a process which is very similar to the new in the Quran, which is very similar to the Noah in the Bible. And this is why you always hear me say, or not just say, but quote from the Quran that Allah is the best Noah. And Noah is K-N-O-W-E-R, but yeah, to use the term, I play on words, but it's just, that's what it is, because the Noah or new, because everyone knows that new in Kemet is the God figure. Nu is the creator. Nu is the sustainer of life that brought forth life. That's why he and she, Nu and Nun, now net, is seen in the water formation, and all life comes out of Nu. So that is why the Noah in the Bible, in the biblical story, is seen, overseen. The recreation, many ones overlook that, It's not just a flooding, man. The world was destroyed and recreated in the allegorical story. Very deep. So no. And this is even more proof to show that the biblical narrative that we have, if we are going to historically follow the paper trail, which came from the Septuagint, obviously was translated from the Egyptian scrolls that were in the same temple that the Septuagint was given birth. But family, I would encourage you to get a copy of the beautiful webinar that we did. I'm talking about Shiva, Aksum, and the Ark, and definitely full joy in your own, time frame and at your own convenience. And remember, we have many other webinars. Just visit our website. The link, of course, is in the description below. Remember the Tiger's Nest, beautiful Tiger's Nest previous evening. Wow. Give thanks to those of you who would have joined us on Radio Anu for the full program. I encourage you to subscribe. You see, if you subscribe to the Tiger's Nest radio program, you get the Shiva, Aksum, and the Ark without any extra fee. In fact, all that we offer as it relates to our lectures, books, and documentaries belongs to our subscribers. But of course, it depends on how long you're subscribing with us. But from the time you jump on, you start to get the gifts. You better believe it. If you take a year's subscription, you don't even have to look again. Everything is just dumped on you if you want to use that term. But family, give thanks for your presence. Give thanks for the life giver and the keeper of life. As you can see, it's all about love and giving back and just sharing. And of course, encouraging too. A lot of this is just encouragement so that we can keep our conscious meditation sharp. Yes, family, the link for the website is in the description below. We're going to have a wonderful Tiger's Nest program tonight as well. As I said previous night, we went into so many people over the age of 100, 119, 120, 150, 170. We all bust into the 200 zones, and obviously we left out a lot of people. Yeah, give thanks, Haile Selassie, live it forevermore. Of course, if you know your Bible and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will become a mystery. And yes, it takes some real eyes to realize the real lies that are amongst us. Give thanks, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari, beautiful.
Are you searching for unique handmade Black cultural crafts, t-shirts, and accessories?
Look no further. Introducing your ultimate destination for the vibrant and captivating creations that celebrate Rastafari and African culture. At Black Dominion, we bring you a curated collection of exquisitely designed, crafted products honoring the rich heritage of Rastafari, Ethiopia, and the Black diaspora. With our user-friendly website, shopping is a breeze. We ship worldwide, bringing Black culture to every corner of the globe. Visit www.blackdominion.shop today and start exploring the incredible range of handmade Rastafari and Black culture. Find your inspiration, embrace your roots, and stand out from the crowd.